Ham Radio, Kilo Echo 8, Papa Zoo November, the Ham Radio Adventure Guy. Thanks for stopping by. Your one stop for everything Adventure Radio and everything Shenanigans. It's time for the Ham Radio Shenanigans Hour. Before we get started, we're going to thank these guys right here because, they help me. They help me do shenanigans with, that guy who likes to point at the screen and make sure it's working and stuff like that. And they actually helped me be in a park yesterday and work both of these shenanigans fools back to back. So that was awesome as well. And then we're going to thank these guys over here, the people in green or blue if they're moderators, the YouTube channel members. Also a big help. And I noticed we got a couple of people who migrated over from POTA Hunter to POTA Activator because they wanted to get on that spot bot. And quite a good move because that spot bot is worth every penny. And then a little moving and shaking over here on the Adventure Club. Charlie moves from 10th place all the way up to 5th place. And thank you very much, Terry, our current leader, for the all-stream donation once again. What is going on?
I hope he feels comfortable right there where he is in that spot. Because, he won't be there very long.
You hear that, Terry? Dan's been looking at the Sea-Doo catalog again.
He's been sitting over there in his little chair in the corner, all by himself, feeling comfy, and he don't know what's coming to him.
So Terry likes to sit in the chair in the corner, but then every once in a while, Dan just says, I like
watch this.
I like a couch in the corner.
That's right. That's right.
I like that executive suite.
Absolutely.
Speaking of Terry, he went out and planted a flag in the name of the king this weekend.
He did.
Yeah. I don't know how long he'll keep that flag, but, he at least planted it there.
Did everybody have a good, it's still 2 hours left to go, but a good support your parks weekend?
I had a good weekend. I don't know if I want to call it a good support your parks weekend because I'm just
a regular weekend for the king.
I'm not a fan of the having to work 1 KC away from somebody because they're everywhere and it's just absolutely horrible. CW wasn't bad. I liked CW all weekend, but for the most part, it's been really fun and a lot of new parks out there. A lot of new parks, and actually, speaking of all these atnos, a good way to stay in touch with all these atnos is to be in our Discord because if you're in our Discord and you sign up for the atno roll, which costs you absolutely nothing, not a single penny. There is a spotter there that spots every time an atno goes onto the POTA webpage. So anytime somebody's activating an atno, it spots as an atno in the Discord. So another reason why, if you're doing POTA and you're not in the Discord, you're not really doing POTA at all.
All right, so I got to put a caveat on that because it aggravated the hell out of me overnight. Only for U.S. parks and Canadian parks.
True.
Because apparently there's a lot of atnos around the world, and I figured that out when I first put that bot on there. And I had myself on the notification list, and there's a lot of atnos that are not in the U.S. and Canada, and it kind of pissed me off overnight. Kept getting woken up. But if you're interested in any other specific countries, it'll be easy to add them to the notifications. I might add Mexico because it's rare that anybody activates down there anyway. And I want to know if somebody pops in there. So.
I see pinholes in the chat. I mean, PP man.
Hey, Pin. Yeah. Oh, pin cushion.
Mike, you want to know why we call QRP activators pinholes? Because they're there, you just can't find them.
Pretty good.
Hey, I worked QRP this weekend, so I'm happy for that.
Yeah, you sure did. You sure did work with QRP under 10,000 watts.
That's right. It was 1.5.
You worked me Azor QRP, right?
There you go. That'll work for me.
Apparently, Pinhole wants to shout you a message in all caps to make sure you hear him.
And the bad thing is, he tries to do it and he messes up the W. I think what he's trying to say is everybody else is from the E over in the pile up, and he's like the W. I think that's what he's meaning. Oh, I work QRP all the time, PP man.
This hey, speaking of new parks, I bet you Charlie Golf Charlie is just tickled pink about all these new parks because he can get. It's a lot easier right now for him to get a new park every day. Let's face it.
Yeah, I absolutely. You know, he's got that goal that I wouldn't think would be even possible, but now it's a sealed deal. He should be able to finish the year easy getting a new park every day now.
Yeah. I've gotten a couple. I want to say, and probably not as many as I should. My attention has been elsewhere the last couple of weeks, doing some other stuff. So I haven't hunted as much as I normally do, but I've gotten a few new parks. Well, try to catch them when I see them.
So I'm loving all the new parks coming out. Although it kind of just rammed one up in me. It kind of just destroyed one of my goals for 2023. The Work All Kentucky is just officially canceled now because they added 50 new parks, even though 9 of them got deleted already.
Really?
Yeah. That's called not paying attention when you're doing stuff, but
yeah, a bunch of duplicates were added. Yeah, that's true.
9 of them got deleted, so a total of 41 new parks. Another one being one that I'll have to vote to. So it pretty much sealed the deal on Work All Kentucky. That'll just be continued over to next year's goals because there's no feasible way for me to do it now. And of course, out of the 41 new parks, there's maybe 2 within an hour and a half of me. There might be more than that, but I don't think there's more than 2 within an hour and a half. Because out those 9 that got deleted, they were all on East Kentucky. I'm your
huckleberry. I agree. Terry's a good hunter. I agree.
Terry's a great hunter.
I think Pincushion said that. I'm gonna call him Pincushion. I think Pincushion said that because Terry hunted him a lot more today than I did, which is true because Terry is half as much closer to him when he decides to work on 40 meters running a 1/10 of a watt at 2:30 in the afternoon.
Well, I mean, Terry's also dedicated. Terry would back up in a roundabout just to hunt PP. But we can't pick on Terry too much. He like I said, he planted a flag. You know what? I'm gonna go look and see what kind of how deep of a flag he planted. Let's see what Terry's done for the king here. While we're doing that.
We need to talk. All right, so I want to talk to Mike about all these Yazoo hats that apparently don't exist in the United States. You got it. Is that gray and red that you got on? Okay, the red. Okay, the red one in I guess your left hand I've seen before. That one, the blue one with the white bill, I have never seen that before.
Now that I look at it, I have seen the blue one before. But now the one that is on his head, I don't know that I've seen that one.
Yeah.
What can I say? I think I had more actually. I just don't know where they're at. Hey, they keep giving them into me. Big spender.
You should make put it on eBay. they make them in the Azores, cheap labor. Larry says
it's not that cheap, that's for sure.
That is great. Thanks for the super chat. Kilo Zero Oscar Tango Charlie. Yeah, we had a good weekend.
I actually don't know where these are made.
Oh, the top 100 for hunters. Hey, that's awesome, dude. Really, really, really good job.
So all right, Terry. I'm not going to pick on you on your thing because you did do a nice $30 donation off stream. I'm not going to pick on you on your lead. I could though. Hey, thank you very much, Eddie, for your super chat. There we go. Another King's flag has been planted. Eddie, is it a commanding lead?
Oh, I'm sure. Knowing Eddie. Oh, you said commanding, not commando. Okay, no, never mind.
If it's a, oh, I'll tell you another thing we ain't talked about in a while, and I'm just curious because they're both in the chat. I'm curious if they're still training, because we all know that Dayton next year there's been a gauntlet thrown, and Terry and PP Man are going to compete in the first ever A-Trag Teeter Totter Challenge.
Yes, and yeah,
I'm just curious how much their training is going along. What
I think they're doing very well in the training for the Teeter Totter Challenge. But I also heard after that they were going to have a sleep off. To see who could fall asleep during an activation the fastest.
Well, here's the thing. What's the rules of that? Because if alcohol is allowed, I'm going to give the edge to PP Man. But if no alcohol is involved, I'm definitely going to give that edge to Terry.
I would say there's no rules. I mean, you could fall asleep however you want to fall asleep. Legally.
And James is correct too. He's gonna say Hotel India 8 Delta would win the sleep off, and that is true. I'm gonna give him that because he can fall asleep faster. I don't know. Terry's pretty good. Terry, James. I don't know if you know it or not, but we were doing a 5-person activation, and Terry fell asleep in the middle of it. And I handed him the mic, and he's just sitting there asleep. With no alcohol involved, by the way.
That's funny. Oh man.
And Hamstick Eric says he could win the sleep off, which I know to be incorrect because there would be a bug in there, and he would have to wake up the whole entire campground trying to get the bug out. I'm sure. I'm sorry, you guys are not part of all these shenanigans that happens, and that's why you should come to the Big Ham Fest and hang out with the A-Trag crew, because you get on a lot of cool stuff that you're missing out.
Just bring money for bail in case we need it.
So, Mike, have you been hunting a lot of the new parks?
I tried, but it was a madhouse out there. I was like 10,000 because I've been under a rock, and I'm like 10,000. What the heck? And there were madhouses. Honestly, it was a gauntlet to try. It was crazy. And I got a couple, but Jesus Christ!
You know what it looked like, dude? People lost their ever-loving minds. It looked like, you remember the show Supermarket Sweep? It looks like they had 2 minutes to round up as many parts as they could and make it back to the cash register. People have lost their manners.
Yeah, completely, and it was crazy. I made maybe 1 or 2 this weekend.
Honestly, right now where I'm a little bit worried with people getting used to it and stuff, it did slow my activations down a little bit, because all the park to parks, I would, repeat that park. I would be like, you're 5 and 9 into 10,039. That's 10039 QSL. Because I'm waiting for him to go 1039 and then not get the park to park credit.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of that, I'm gonna say it again. Don't change an activator spot. Don't change the damn park number.
Yeah.
If it's at 100,234, don't change it, because a lot of people were getting rid of one of the zeros and spotting people back in the wrong part numbers. Don't
Here's
change
the
it. Leave it
here's the
alone.
here's the thing. You should never change an activator's park number, even if he put the wrong park number. When
It's his
you hunt
responsibility.
when you hunt him, you should say, "Hey, bud, you're spotted at 1024 and you're saying 1034. Which park is it? And do you want me to change it?" Then
Yeah.
okay. But other than that, don't just go upon yourself to change somebody's park number at any time. But yeah, taking out a zero is pretty drastic. But I never have got this. It aggravates me every time. Just like when I'm spotted at a twofer, people will change what spark park I spotted at and spot me at the other park, which gets all the hunters who's hunted me before to come right back and re-hunt
Yep.
me. Because I'll tell you what. Here's the thing. There's two types of hunters. There's the hunters that just wants the contacts. I could say you're 5 down in both parks. They care 0%. They don't care what parks I'm in because they know it's going to show up in POTA. Then there's
I,
the people like just got to have the second park number because they didn't read the spotting page.
I think half of the problem is, to be honest, they're not hitting respot and changing your park number. I think what they're doing is they're hitting add spot
Yeah.
and then putting your call sign in there, and then they fat fingered the park number, so it changes your park number at that point because there's already a spot existing for you.
Now,
If they
Right.
just
riddle
hit
me
the
this.
respot button and leave it alone, I think there'd be less of an issue. But it's very
Riddle me
annoying.
this, guys. You know that if you're working FT8, FT4, or any digital mode, if you work park to park, it automatically shows up when you upload your log and they upload their log. It gets crossed. Now, does this work if you're doing SSB as well?
Yeah,
Yes.
Then why are you exchanging park numbers? It's park to park. Thank you. Thank you very much for the park to park. Goodbye. I don't need your number. It's going to be crossed off when we upload our logs. Why do people need to exchange park numbers? It just slows the whole thing down.
I like it because there's a lot of times, well, not a lot, I'll say a few times, that the activator spotted themselves at the wrong park, and I can verify that.
Mm.
So if James is in, say, 1811, but he spotted himself at 1810 and he's saying 1811, I can say, hey, your spot is on this park. You want me to change it?
But
Yeah.
even if it is a twofer, it will still show up.
I don't know about that.
It should, because it's still, you were at a park. He was, because you upload different logs, so it will cross all different logs because you upload different logs for different parks. You have to change the park number and then upload that. So it will cross for two for, three for, four for, five for. So I still don't get it why people need to exchange park numbers. I'm sorry, I still don't get it.
I don't mind the exchange the part number. That's fine. It's just
It
don't.
slows down for the hunter. It slows, in my opinion, it slows down for the hunter. You still, as soon as you hear a park to park, everything stops. And okay, there's the exchange, and then they
Okay.
have to exchange park numbers, and then that's a whole 30 seconds right there, lost. So if it's a park to park, go ahead. What's your call sign? Da, da, da. Okay, you're 4-4. Bye bye. I don't need your park number. I have no interest in your park number if it matches when you both upload the logs.
That's true right there. Okay, so the park to parks will show up, but if they're in the twofers, you got to log them for the QSO count. That is correct. That
For
makes
the if you're in a yeah, if you're in a
so like if I'm in a twofer and I don't exchange numbers with you,
yes, it does make sense because the hunter or the one that's working on one for
right, you wouldn't get credit for
will
both my QSOs.
you only get one. Okay, so yeah, that makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. But still, I swear to God, I mean, they need to fix that so it
Yeah.
shows both parks.
Evidently, you've never been in one of my late shift pilots, Mike, because the hunters don't think that I'm going too slow when I'm giving out stuff. I promise.
Some people are slow, and especially if you're working park to park, you're gonna be hard. They're both in precarious situations in terms of antennas and wattage, and it just makes the whole thing harder. It's just my opinion, but that's
So,
me.
see,
So crucify me if you want, but that's just my opinion.
and this I'm going to disagree with you again because honestly, depends on the activator. Because if an activator has a good setup, there are several people that I would rather them park to park me than hunt me from their house. And I would be one of them people the
No,
same.
I was just about to
You,
say.
you would rather me park to park you than me to try to hunt you from my house because you're going to have to try to pull me out of the noise from my house. But if I park to park you, you're going to hear me. So that depends on the activator. But I do know what you're talking about because there are some people that's got crappy setups in the field, and you can't hear them for nothing.
Oh, the whole world's talking about you now, James.
The whole world's talking about me. Why are they talking about me?
You got everybody on Facebook saying that damn PZN breaking opto awards again.
Oh, I know. It's
That damn PZ. That he's always.
You know, I'm glad he brought this up because Mike just went on his rant, and I'm going to go on mine. Listen, you know, I've seen several posts where everybody has explained why the park is not there. Okay, yes, it probably is mine and Carrie's fault, mostly me, but I'm going to blame her a little bit too. But here's the thing. I've seen multiple posts explaining this and that he's working on it. He's working on getting it fixed. But then I've seen like 5 million posts. Everybody like, who broke the system? What's wrong with the system? Where's my park to park? Guys, they're working on it, okay? Yell at me. It is my fault. I probably have like 600 operator to operators. Sue me, you know, if you it happens. But you know, you all don't even understand. My page has been breaking now for almost a year. Every couple of months, I have to message him and say, "Hey, you got to fix it again. I broke it." Hey, you know, when the wards stack up, you know that they have issues. So it just happens. You know, give them a chance. Dang.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't break it as much if you just got 12 contacts and shut the radio off, James.
You know, if you guys want me to go,
just saying.
If you guys want me to go QRP from now on, I can do it. Listen, I can activate QRP. I have no problem getting my 12 contacts QRP. You know, if you guys don't want me to break the system, I can go QRP full time.
They should make you break your logs up into 10 QSOs per chunk and upload them individually.
No, what I'm going to start doing is start holding them for 2 months and dropping them 2 months at a time.
I think there you go. That's
yeah.
That's what you should do right there.
You know,
I upload once a quarter.
Hey, the same way they put out those quarterly reports. When they put out a quarterly report, that's when you upload your logs.
You'll get my QSOs when I get my reports.
They're not putting out those quarterly reports because they're fixing the mess you make. So that's why they're not coming out.
That's great.
Yeah. So you know, if you're currently a Bailey and Sprott activator and you want the world to know, you can send me a message and I'll tell you. I'll start telling people that you know, Kilo Echo 8 Papa Zulu November is currently a Bailey Sprott activator again. Kilo Oscar 4 November Lima is currently a Bailey and Sprott activator, and you know that's who I know. So because we ain't gonna get no report, I don't believe.
All right.
We're gonna change this to quarterly so it can be more detailed. Cool.
God dang it, some beach.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the detail is so big and so amazing. Nobody sees it.
Ken, welcome. You are a little late, but we're doing good, man. You missed the party. The first 15 minutes were wild. We had polls and everything. So
here's the thing. Do not think for a minute that I do not appreciate all the people in POTA and their hard work. They do an amazing job. You know, but if you say you're going to do something, you said you're going to do it. Your word is your word. Do it. Don't say, all right, we're changing the reports to quarterly, and then just don't do no more reports. Just say, hey, we don't have time to do these things. Nobody expect them anymore. It's just,
I
Yeah.
I agree as a very small part of the POTA community. Like I'm the Portuguese POTA admin. That's minor. Like I've done my work, and I'll post a new park every 2 months or something like that because I forgot or I messed up or something like that. But these guys, yeah, they do amazing work. Nothing against them, but amen to what you said, James. Amen.
yeah,
If you're gonna do something, do it. If not, hey, we as a Bailey Sprott hunter, I want to know if I'm still in the game or not, or even though, which that's another rant for another day, maybe next weekend. There are no awards for the Bailey Sprott. We work so hard, especially you guys that are out there activating the Bailey Sprott activators, and no award. Seriously, that's one of the things that kind of irks me because it is one of the hardest awards out there, especially for activators again, and no awards for it. I'm sorry. Shots fired. Yeah, there you go. Hey, you might have gotten that one. I did not. I didn't get one of those. So I'm still renting. I didn't get one of those, so
it's my,
and I'm on my second year, so
Mike. It wasn't POTA that appreciated me for
I
that,
know, I know, I know, I know, I know. But there's
but
so few of us. There's so few of us, and I'm not asking for a plaque or a trophy or anything like that. Give me a PDF, at
it
least
is
a PDF,
it is the hardest thing that I have done in POTA for sure.
especially the activator side for sure.
No.
And with the amount of P2 park to parks that you do, you should get it as a hunter as well.
but but that's kind of what that's kind of what I'm gonna put this out there. If POTA don't want to do a quarterly report, they're welcome to send me the stats that need to go out, and I'll do a quarterly report for them. I am the POTA channel, and I don't care to say that I am the POTA channel. So I would gladly put it out for them and let people know, hey, all these people here, they're still in the Bailey Sprott. This is what we did in numbers. I'd have no
Well,
problem doing that.
well,
But
the way I'm doing the belly spot this year, I mean, not the only way, but I know I'm still in the belly spot because James is still in the belly spot.
yeah, that's a good point. So
There
if
you go.
as far as hunters, there was a surefire way to find out if you're still in the Bailey Sprott, and that's the guys that took the PZN challenge. I stepped it up on them because here last year I did the Bailey Sprott and it was brutal. Why I'm doing it again this year, I don't know, but it was pretty. It hasn't been as bad this year as it was last year because I had a lot of health issues that happened last year, but it was brutal. So all these hunters that got it, I'm like, you know what? We're gonna make y'all work a little bit this year. Do the PZN challenge and hunt me every day. And there's still 5 people. It is almost November, and there is still 5 people that have hunted me every single day.
Just so you know, I'm not hunting you on January 1st next year just to get it
Just to
over
get
with.
the itch out.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, I've done that. I've done that, Dan, where it's like I'm gonna skip a day
Yeah.
and just not have to worry about it.
Well, it makes more sense to skip the very first day of the year rather than get
And
like the
then you
middle of
just
December and say, "Man, I'm tired
yeah,
of this."
exactly. Oh, December 31st. I'm gonna
Well,
skip this day.
see,
Yeah.
I don't even really want to talk about next year because here's the thing, and I did this last year too. Last year, toward the end of last year, after activating every day and activating with COVID twice and the heart issues and all that other stuff. Toward the end of last year, I said I'm not even making goals for next year.
Yeah.
And I had it for weeks. I said I'm not making goals for next year. And then James in the chat right now said, "Hey, we need to do a goal stream. We need to do a goal stream." And I still didn't.
Shoot yourself in the foot.
I didn't make a single goal all the way up until that stream. I had a blank piece of paper sitting in front of me. And they're all talking about their goals, and as they're talking about their goals, I just start writing down on that piece of paper. And
My goal, I'm going to tell you right now, my goal for 2024. I'll go ahead and tell you right now, and we got a while to make our goals, but mine's just to make it to 2025.
There you go.
Whatever the hell happens in 2024 happens.
Here's the thing. I've said I'm not doing any goals, and then the other day, just out of the random blue, I thought of something that was epic. At least I think it's epic, and I'm not going to say what it is because I'm saving that for that end of the year stream, that goal stream. But
I'll tell you what's epic. Let me break in here.
Go ahead.
This is what's epic. My boy, a strong 5'9" and Alpha Echo 4H Oscar, did a 5-park rove yesterday. Got our N1CCs, and they planted a flag for the Kingdom in Balls Ferry.
There we go. That's right. The king now owns balls.
That's right.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Now, I'll tell you what. That's somebody who's working too. So I can't remember the number, and he can put it in chat if he's watching. But Chris actually was sitting in the Patreon after chat one night, and it was like last week. Or not even last week. It was maybe after Sunday stream. I don't know. Or after Wednesday stream, maybe. And he's like, I'd really like to hit 1,000 with you by the end of the year, but I still need. And it was a lot. I can't remember the number, and he knows what it is, but it was a lot. And I looked and seen how many days was left in the year, and I started doing some calculations. I said, I can do that. If you want to dedicate yourself to hunting me, I can get you that number. And so far up till this point, he's doing good. He's doing good. He is missing some because he is at work. At times he's on conference calls and stuff. But he's trying to put into time. Now he's not Danning it. When Dan went for it, Dan didn't miss me a single ban, a single activation.
No.
But he's doing good.
What did you end up getting me? I got like 97 in 4 days or something like that.
Something stupid.
I mean, you can get contacts with him. I mean, if you're not getting awards hunting that guy, you're doing something wrong.
But But here's the thing: there is 1, possibly 2 weeks where it's going to be, if things happen the way they want to happen, where it's going to be rough for him to hunt me. So we're just I'm totally not even counting those 2 weeks. I'm just trying to make up for that. 5 parks, 4 of them at nose. That's what I'm talking about.
I was there. I was there right after Marconi. I was already in that park. Here's my log. I uploaded 1 QSO. I was there with my spark transmitter.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because there's a park that I have to do, and it's really, really, really exotic to get to, and it's been activated one time, but I'm just curious about that activation. But whatever.
I'm curious, but yeah, I mean that happened when the same activation that Robbie came and yanked me out of the mud on his 100th activation. It was activated. That park was activated one time before there on digital, and I just have I can't prove it, but I have just the suspicion that they were not in the correct boundaries of the park when they activated, because it was not fun to get to.
Yeah, you'll have that on some of the some of these West Virginia parks. Is quite funny. There's one I can't even remember the name or the number, but every time somebody activates it, they've got a different story on how they got into it, and none of them are wrong. It's just the point of the matter is I don't think there is a real way into this park. It all has to do with walking in from some different way or not. And then you get people that ask, because I activated it back in, I don't know, I think 2021. And, people ask me, well, tell me how to get there, blah, blah, blah. And I can't really remember. I remember I parked beside some construction trucks or logging trucks, whatever. And, but
sounds like directions you get from a south. Turn left next to where the old oak tree used to be.
But it was funny because then like the next day, Lee activated it. And so I contacted that activator, said, talk to Lee. He just activated it. And that guy messaged Lee and asked him how to get there. And Lee was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what to tell you about that. And it's not that Lee wasn't out there activating. It's just there's no real directions to that park. It's just retarded,
Yeah,
and that is not the one that I'll never go back to again. Even so, if that tells you anything.
Me and James in the North are looking at a park like that, and that I'll hit next year because there'll probably still be an Atno next year when I go on my trip. And there's no real path to get in there. You're going to have to hike it. It'll be fun, they said.
Hike-ins don't bother me. I've had several of those I've had to do, but it's the water ends where I've got to cross really choppy, crappy water where boats that fly up and down the rivers and stuff like that. And those are a pain in the butt because, kayaks tip. They tip, and I'm fine with them tipping, but not with radio gear. I'm not. So them's the ones that I can't stand.
Poda King needs a waterproof bag.
I don't. Here's the
how
thing.
About
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Waterproof bag is one thing.
Yeah.
It's another thing when you tip, if that waterproof bag gets dumped off there, because you ain't getting it back in that river. I can guarantee you that.
Needs a helicopter.
Now there we go. I do need a helicopter.
Yeah.
The Buy Me a Coffee fund. It's up there. It's the pinned link. If you guys want to start supporting the helicopter fund,
I know what you do.
Let's get the King needs a car first, and then we'll work on the helicopter.
Oh, no, you give me a helicopter and I won't even worry about a car no more. Every activation will be done in a helicopter.
In your waterproof bag that you put the radio in, you can always attach your 8-track. You can always attach your 8-track floaties to the bag.
Mm-hmm.
That way, if it does get dumped over, it'll float there for you. I was going to say you still need to find a way off the island, but you can get with Carlos and y'all can just jump onto the island.
Well, I've got a plan for it now. Now that it's pushed to next year, I'm just going to go up there next year when it's summer and it's busy boating season, and I'm just going to set up one of the local docks and catch somebody's like, hey, see this $50 bill? Take me out to that island. Come back in like 30 minutes, pick me up, bring me back to the shore, and it's yours. You can do what you want in that 30 minutes, but you got to come back and pick me up if you want the money.
I'll give you half now and half on delivery.
No, I'm not even doing that. You get the money when you bring me back. It's that simple. Because even though it would be an epic YouTube video of the time that I had to call the search and rescue to rescue the king off an island.
You turn into an episode of Survivor and you stay out there all night.
Well, that wouldn't bother me staying out there all night. I've done that many times at many places, but eventually I want to get back.
Water Uber.
Water Uber. Woober.
Woober.
It's you a Woober.
Y'all ain't even right.
Oh, Jesus. What is the Shenanigans? I forget what episode it was on, but I'm sure you can go back and watch every one of them if you're bored. We were talking about Poda Ubers, and we said those are pubers.
Pubers.
I call it puber, get to the park.
That's what I need to do. I just need to get me a really good vehicle and become a puber driver.
Put some radios in it.
Yeah.
Give me $50. I get radio and
So,
I'll get
so
you there.
it's
You
like
don't need to bring radio.
it's for all these people who claim they don't have time to POTA. I'm like, you get a 30-minute lunch, right?
Call
Hold
the
my
few.
Drive by POTA.
hold my beer. Hold my beer. I'll pick you up. We'll be at the park. As soon as we enter that park boundaries, you start calling CQ. I go
That's
up
right.
and I'll try. We'll spot with my call sign. That way I know you're gonna get it.
Guaranteed pile up.
I'll go up a quarter of a mile, turn around, and right back out of the park, and we'll have like 92 contacts, and you'll be good.
That's right. $30 per trip plus $10 per band.
Drive by POTA.
Oh, it's $30 per trip. $5 for every 10 contacts, and 77 cents a mile.
There you go. Yeah. Puber. Oh, that's great.
Good stuff, I swear.
Hey,
Oh,
if anybody makes it to the Azores, you can take the van. It's all set up.
I'm waiting on my ticket.
I got the van all set up. You don't even need to bring a radio.
Even better.
I've said this before, and I've had a ham radio from the States here, but he brought his own KX2, and he did CW. And he hit a couple of parks on the island. But if anybody from the stream, or you just need to mention the POTA King, and you got a radio and a driver.
see, and if I had my own helicopter, I could actually go on a cruise because like daily, I could just have my helicopter come over the boat and lower a line down and then pull me up, and I could go to the nearest POTA park, activate.
You don't even need to land. Apparently, as long
Yeah,
as
no,
you're
you don't.
above the park.
You can be above the park as
yeah.
long as I can just hover above the park. It's not like it's going to take me over a minute and a half.
There you go. Saves on gas.
That would be so cool to say you're in a park and announce yourself as Aeronautical Mobile. I'm just saying.
I think if it's been done before.
To my knowledge, there's not been an Aeronautical Mobile POTA activation. There may have been
I could swear. I've seen something like that.
That'd be your call sign. Charlie 9 stroke Kilo Echo 8 Papa Zulu November stroke P stroke AM.
That's a lot of strokes.
That would be great, man. We should do that.
That would be.
All right, now here's a question. All right, so let's just say, unfortunately, somebody goes parachuting, and both their main and their reserve parachute fails. At that point, are they parachute mobile or are they aeronautical mobile?
They're.
I mean, I'm gonna get one QSO before I hit the ground to make it worthwhile. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna go out banging.
I would say they're.
You're screwed.
That's right.
I would say they're SHTF mobile.
That's true too. Yeah.
Yep.
That's funny.
So what you got coming up, Dan?
David, did you say who is the questioner or the guest? I don't know if David knows who you are, Cushy. That is interesting. But no, nothing's going on with me, man. I'm just I'm along for the ride. You know how it is. The guest. No, he's not a guest. That's our other Shenanigans member, man. That's Mike over in Azores.
He just never shows up.
He's been working.
He's one of those.
You say the same thing, yeah.
Hayden's
working too.
Let me turn on the name banner so you can see here.
So Mike is a pinhole co-host. you know he's there, but he's hard to find.
True.
You'll know when you hear him on the radio because he's loud as hell.
Yeah. He does that Azor QRP.
Yeah. But Azor's QRP is 1.5.
Yeah.
Oh, funny stuff.
No, that's David. He is Charlie Uniform 3 Hotel Yankee, and he lives in the Azores. He is also the Azores mapping representative for POTA. I believe,
Portugal?
right? Portugal. I'm sorry.
All of Portugal. Yes.
All of
So that's
Portugal.
Azores, Madeira Islands, and Portugal.
Very nice.
Mainland.
And always been a good fan and friend of the stream. So.
Yeah. For a long, long time.
And
Long time.
And he loves it when I go to Florida.
I do, especially when you come down to 20 meters. Do you
Dude,
know I have a ham alert for the king on 20 meters because that's the only time I can catch him?
Well, it should be going off quite a bit because I'm pretty much on 20 meters daily now.
I can't always make it to the radio, but
Well, I'm just telling you, I am daily on 20 meters now. I don't.
Good.
I have started expanding the the King's Kingdom. It's always been there, but I'm expanding some of the soldiers. A lot of the people out west that may not know who their king is. So I'm trying to hook them up with it.
Now, James, if you're expanding, don't forget QRP and DX, because if you just say QRP, I'll jump on it.
I really don't care. You can listen. I'll start saying any baked potatoes in there, and you can yell it. I don't care.
The problem is if you say any baked potatoes, everybody's going to jump in.
No, there's a select few baked. Well, I'm sorry, Dan won't jump in on baked potato, but you say twice baked potato, and he is all over that.
Absolutely. that and peanut butter parfait.
I often wonder, when new people come to POTA, and they're like, oh, everybody says his pileups are awesome. I got to get in his pileups. What they think when they just hear some of the absolute shenanigans that happen in my pileup.
The stroke AG that's strolling the band and goes, "The hell's going on here?" Welcome to HF.
Yeah. Why is he saying go Gamecocks?
Where has Reese Cup been lately?
Why is people barking like a dog? Hey, it is what it is. I tell you.
You imagine the brand new person. I mean, still me, really learning how to copy CW, and they listen to our exchange, and they're writing it down, and then they look at it and go, "Did he say wolf?"
They're like, I'm quitting CW. I can't. I literally thought that guy just said wolf.
Yeah. That is great.
It's rare that I break my rhythm in CW. It's always call sign 5 in 5 in. You might get West Virginia, or I might go straight to break. It just depends. But and then you send yours, and it's break 73 dit. But with Dan, it's always break wolf 73. and I'll break it every now and then. I actually congratulated Eddie on his kilo one night, even though he probably didn't even understand a word of what I was saying.
He's been doing good. He's been activating CW a lot here lately.
I know,
I gave him a shout out last stream, and he's still doing it. So y'all hunt him if you see him.
But he's also like me. Once he's got the call sign, he don't care about what everybody's saying.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll actually sit and listen. And actually, like the other day, Joe had posted he needed 5 West Virginia parks, and I went and got one of them. And he got me. He actually was the first contact in that park because it was an Atno even, and it was a CW 30 meters, and he put hero on there is what he sent, and I put break haha 73.
That's great.
So yeah, that was the day I got the new park. It's funny because my 5 parks, the 5 hack parks. You know, went back when I hacked POTA. You know, the 5 parks that went in the system that I got accused of hacking POTA. Let me clarify that. Accused of hacking POTA. You know, they got to come back since the freeze is over, and I went out in the morning because normally, you know, all right. Here's what happened the day before. West Virginia dropped 2 POTA parks, and I'm like, oh, cool. We're getting 2 new parks off this drop, and then I'll get my 5. So that's going to be 7. I'm like, I can deal with that, you know. So I got those 2 the day before, and so the next morning I go out and I'm activating one of those 5 that had came back, and I happened to see Joe's post. I didn't even look that morning like I do every morning to see if any new parks come out with Virginia. And I see Joe's post about needing 5 parks, and I remember Joe specifically saying I need 4 West Virginia parks. And I look and I was like, I immediately recognized that name. I was like, I know like a billion places to activate that because it's a trail. So I left that park and go on to go activate it, and that's how that came about. But yeah, I typically I'll hear your call sign and I don't even pay attention, but every now and then I pay attention, and it's cool when I get something like Hero or Wolf or something like that.
A hero.
And that's the park that Terry went out and decided he was going to plant his flag out.
That's good though. Terry needs to work on wall back.
No, actually, that would be Terry's home park now because literally it's probably 5 minutes from his house. He's probably closer to that than I am to Chief Logan's.
Wow, really? Yeah, the Logans.
Not Chief Logan no more. Chief Logan's.
We'll have to say that at night now. Are you going out to the Logans?
No, I'm just going to a Logan, but it's not the one everybody used to getting me at.
Are you giving the old lady a break or? Are you giving the old lady a break and you're gonna try on the new Logan? You know?
Yeah, I'm gonna try the new Logan.
Yeah,
I've got 3 activations there so far, so that'll be 4, maybe 5 if I do early and late. We'll see. That's where I'm heading in about 7 minutes from now. Actually, I'm going to head to the new Logan. So if you have not got the new Chief Logan Wildlife Management Area, be ready because it's coming up real soon. That's for sure. I'm excited for that there because I get to work on new stats on a new park, and you know it's close to my house. Like that is my favorite. That's going to be my favorite thing out of the new drop, I think, is that park. Although I'm really excited about Forks on the Coal because it's got some great hiking trails that I can hike out and do some CW and stuff on. So I'm kind of excited about that too.
Did I get you the other day when I think I did when forget where you were, but it was one of the parks that you atnoed and then they took away, and then they reinstated it, and then you activated it again. And I said, "Thanks for the atno."
Yeah, I laughed. I think that may have been Forks on the Coal actually. Funny stuff. I'm actually shocked because as of when I looked at it this morning, Lee hasn't been out to it yet.
Terry did it this morning
for the new time. Mm-hmm. Oh, did Terry go out this morning?
Yep.
Okay. Good deal, Terry. Good deal. Where'd you activate it, Terry? Did you activate close to the trail, or did you go up to the main parking lot?
On while he's typing that answer. On my spot when I went out there and activated for Support Your Parks today, I spotted not an atno, but come help me anyway. He said he did it. He did it from the parking lot.
The parking lot by the trail or the main parking lot, Terry? Oh. Be a little specific for me here. I'm just curious.
He said the parking lot in front of his house. I don't know. I'm kidding. He said his driveway. I don't understand. The main parking lot. He said the main parking lot.
Okay, the main parking lot. You get it? I'll have to message him and ask him if he got any good looks down there. Every time I've activated, I've been down by the trail, but the main parking lot would be a lot more roomy, I would say. So, anyway, Mike, what you got coming up? Because we're about out of time.
Well, next weekend I will not be joining you guys because I'm going to be doing the what is it, CQWW SSB contest on a different island. So, and I'll probably maybe do some activating there. Not sure. I did it last time, but like I said, Charlie Quebec 8 Mike should be San Miguel Park, but it's going to be a contest. So if you're not participating, just hit the call sign up, and I'll probably upload those logs for a park because we're going to be activating outside, and it's San Miguel Park. Yeah,
Wear a mask, Mike. Wear a mask. No COVID this time.
Yeah. No, I didn't get it last time.
Bring your own headset.
Oh, I am. Yes, I am. And my own radio and my own amp.
That way you don't have to put up with other people's ear sweat.
Yes. I'll take some ear protections. But that's what and plus, now that I got the radio in the van and I have a park a quarter mile from my house, I'll be activating that pretty regularly with like I did this weekend. Just need to get some ducks in a row. So there you go.
Good deal. All right, Dan, what about yourself?
Nothing. Work next week.
Nothing.
Hunt some Atnos when I have a spare second and find them. So.
You gonna sit and wait for that quarterly report?
Yeah. I think I am.
There you go. Good.
Hey, listen, I threw the olive branch out. I told them they ain't even got to do the work. Just send me the stats and I'll do it for them. I don't care. That'll be my contribution. But all right, for myself, I'm going out to Chief Logan Wildlife Management Area and knocking out an activation. Tomorrow, I will be going out. I don't even know where I'm going out tomorrow. I do know I need to do some filming for Thursday's video because I just want to do something new. I've got some stuff I could use, but I want to do something new. And hopefully I'll be on the road Thursday and won't have time to edit it, so I'll already have it done. Because hopefully I'm doing a top secret trip this weekend. Just depends on some funds and stuff like that, but hopefully an interesting trip where lots of 20 meters will be involved for you, Mike. But anyway, other than that, Wednesday I'll be streaming. Thursday I will release a video, and I'll be in the parks every day. You guys go watch either Frank or Charlie and catch me at the park in a little bit. 73,
guys.
Oh, and thank you very much for that super chat. I meant to say that earlier. Mike was talking to Eddie, and the shout out was well deserved, buddy. 73.